Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Oh, the chairs are a little different, like you're all a little closer. All right, we're here for the weekly Marion County Board of Commissioners meeting. It's Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. It's 9:04 a.m. and we're in the Senator Hearing Room at 555 Court Street Northeast in Salem. And as always, we do the Pledge of Allegiance, so please stand and join me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, we have a couple of items on the agenda, Commissioner.
Yeah, Madam Chair, I'll move that we add to the consent agenda under business services an order delegating the signing authority.
Oh, wait, sorry. Would you please turn your microphone on? Thank you. Thank you.
Great. Let me start over again. Madam Chair, I'll move that we, under the consent agenda, that we add under business services on the consent agenda an order delegating the signing authority for the acquisition of real property in Salem, Oregon. And I would move that we move agenda item number 7 under the Justice Court in the consent agenda, a contract with Tyler Technologies, Inc.
I'll second the motion. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, the motion passes. Thank you. And this morning, we don't have any public comment. So we'll move on to a presentation for the United Way 2025 Employee Contribution Campaign Kickoff. My glasses are fogging up.
Thank you, Commissioners. Good morning. For the record, I am Gary White, Administrative Services Manager for the Board of Commissioners Office. I'm here today with a representative of the United Way of the Mid-Willamette Valley to present to you information on our upcoming employee contribution campaign, which will run the month of October. At this time, I'd like to introduce Megan Trowbridge of the United Way of the Mid-Willamette Valley, who will share with you how contributions to the United Way impact and serve the residents of Marion County.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Megan Trowbridge, as Gary just mentioned, and we will be doing a short video, but I do want to just say before we start that video, United Way is a great resource for the community, and our main goal is bringing community together and creating resources for those that need them.
What makes a community thrive? It's more than just the places we live or the work that we do. It's the people. It's the strength we find in coming together, united by a shared belief that when we care for one another, we all rise. That's the heart of the United Way of the Mid-Willamette Valley. It's a vision that started over 130 years ago, and today, it's driving real, meaningful change right here in Marion, Polk, and Yamhill counties. This year, United Way of the Mid-Willamette Valley connected over 300,000 people to vital resources and opportunities. We invested more than $8.5 million back into our communities and facilitated over 1,500 hours of volunteer work. These aren't just numbers, they're lifelines. They're stories of neighbors helping neighbors, of communities rallying to lift one another up. And at the core of it all, there's you. Because when you support United Way, you're not just donating, you're creating change. You're building brighter futures, opening doors of opportunity, and ensuring that everyone in our region has the tools they need to thrive. But how do we do it? It starts with programs that address the most pressing needs of our community. Cottages United. For seniors in our community, aging in place is more than a wish, it's a necessity. Cottages United provided affordable housing where seniors 55 and over can live comfortably, affordably, and safely. These aren't just homes, they're places of stability where seniors can maintain their independence while remaining part of a vibrant community, and at the same time, preventing homelessness. Awesome 3000. Every year, Awesome 3000 brings together thousands of young runners from across the region in one of the largest fun runs in the country. it's more than just a race. It's a celebration of health, energy, and the joy of childhood. Through this program, kids gain confidence, develop a love of physical activity, and build a sense of community that stays with them for years to come. Safe sleep. Every night, too many women in our community face uncertainty and danger. Safe Sleep offers a sanctuary, a warm, secure space where at-risk women and children can find not only a bed, but also compassion, support, and the resources they need to create stability, safely, and rebuild their lives. Enrichment Academy. For middle schoolers and select high schoolers, the Enrichment Academy is more than just an after-school program. It's a place to learn, grow, and connect. Through hands-on activities, skill-building workshops, and opportunities to bond with peers, kids find their passions, develop confidence, and create lasting friendships. It's about giving them the tools to dream big and achieve even bigger. Community Resource Center. Sometimes the smallest acts can make the biggest difference. Through the local Community Resource Center, we partner with local big box retailers to redistribute donated goods, clothing, household items, and essentials to organizations that serve the needs of others. It's about turning surplus into support, ensuring that nothing goes to waste when it could change a life. But none of this is possible without you. Every time you give your time, your resources, or your voice to the United Way of the Mid-Willamette Valley, you multiply the impact of your generosity. Together we can support youth success from early childhood through college and career, provide affordable, dignified housing for seniors on fixed incomes, ensure access to life's most basic needs, from food and shelter to essential services, respond to crisis, whether it's a personal emergency or community-wide disaster. The challenges we face as a community are big, but our capacity to solve them is even bigger. When we come together, united by hope and driven by compassion, we create a ripple effect that changes lives not just for today, but for generations to come. United is the way to a thriving Mid-Willamette Valley. It's the way to a future where every person has a chance to succeed, no matter their circumstance. And it's the way to build a stronger, more connected community for all. Now is the time to act. Your support can make all the difference. Donate, volunteer, or learn more today at United Way of the Mid-Willamette Valley. Together we can create lasting change. Together we can build a better tomorrow. United is the way.
That's all we have for you. I just want to say United Way is really all about community, and we really can't do it without your guys' support. So thank you so much, and we look forward to working with you this next coming year. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me after.
Thank you, Megan. This year we hope to see more employees participating not only in the fundraisers, but events, but also in signing up for ongoing support of their preferred charity. Each department will develop and manage their own fundraising projects, some examples of which are our own office, the Board of Commissioners office, will be having a kickoff breakfast next Wednesday, October 1st. We're going to start a midweek ice cream and snack cart that will be running between the floors and offering some novelty ice cream and other snack items. We're going to challenge some of the other departments to a coin wars, challenging them on collecting loose change. And we're bringing back the fry bread taco lunch on October 28th. Finance is continuing their work with Little Lois Cafe on catering lunches and contributing the tips from that. Human Resources is doing a bingo on the road. In addition to offering and doing bingo here in the courthouse, they're also taking it out to Public Works and to Juvenile. And then the Business Services, Community Services, and HR are collectively working on a bake sale. County employees can access the United Way fundraising section of the Board of Commissioners internet page to learn more about what events are planned, including the time and location. The internet page also contains a list of department representatives and a link to pay for fundraising. Employers can also contribute through payroll deduction pledge forms, which can be submitted to their employee department representative or emailed to myself or submitted to the Board of Commissioners office. Thank you for your time this morning, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thanks, Gary. Commissioners, do you have any questions or comments?
Sure I do. Thank you, Madam Chair. Gary, thank you. Megan, thanks for being here.
Mickey.
Huh? Is it Mickey?
Megan.
Okay,
It was
Megan.
Megan. Yeah.
Megan.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Nope, it's okay.
Yeah, thanks for being here, and thanks for United Way. I serve on the board. I haven't been engaged in the executive committee for the last year or so, but the good things, yeah, I was on the executive
I
committee
know.
for 10
We have
years.
some things going on around here.
Right.
7 o'clock in the morning. It's maybe right.
And Jordan Truitt is still the chair, I believe, but he's doing it from a long distance, filling out his term. But a lot of good things, and it's really great to see that video up there over the last 10 years and the things that have been accomplished. And I think Gary, when we send this email, I don't know if you can put a link to that. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So that our employees can see, they can actually choose to direct it if they wanted to, different places. And then besides the payroll deduction that we can do and all the little fundraisers, you can sign up through United Way. We don't necessarily get credit as a company, but I have an automatic credit card deduction that comes out every month. And so I think that's another opportunity for people. I want to say this, that what I've noticed about what United Way and it has done is kind of fill gaps. There's places in our community that are missing, like the resource center, that all our nonprofits can go there, and for families that need those types of things. So it's really good, and I hope our employees can see that vision when they take a minute to watch that video that we did. So thank you very much for your presentation today.
And that's one of our goals this year, is a little bit more education for our employees about the fact that they can direct their donations to specific organizations that maybe they're already affiliated with, or maybe that they really connect with. So that's as part of the all-county email. We're going to make sure that that's part of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Does United Way take a percentage off the top for any directed donation?
You mean for like employees that work for United Way?
No. So like if I'm a regular donor to several nonprofits, and so if I was to instead send my money to United Way and target it to them, do you take a percentage off the top to do staffing? Does all the money go there to those nonprofits that I select off the list?
9% of it goes towards United Way, and then
Right.
91% of it goes towards the charities.
Okay.
Their administrative rate.
Right. Okay. Thank you. I just think it's important for people to know and
I
make
agree.
sure when we're communicating, we're giving them all the details.
Yeah.
We will. We
That's why
appreciate that.
I just donate generally, so they can use it however they want to.
Right.
But there's an option
Yeah.
to
Right.
direct it.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you very much.
All right. Mr. Ellis, would you please present the consent?
I would love to,
agenda?
Madam Chair. Okay, Madam Chair, I move the consent agenda under Public Works, approve an order that delegates authority to the Marion County Public Works Director and designees to sign septic easement quitclaim deeds. Receive notice of the hearings officer's decision approving partition variance, case number 25-013, Francisco Villalobos. Approve the incoming fund supplemental project authorization with the Oregon Department of Transportation that utilizes federal lands access program funding in the amount of $2,133,909.05, with no county match required, for the construction of guardrails at 10 locations for the North Fork Guardrail Improvements Project through December 31st, 2035. Under Business Services, approve an order delegating authority to any Marion County Commissioner or the Marion County Chief Administrative Officer, if a commissioner is not available, to sign documents associated with the acquisition of real property located in Salem, Oregon, to accommodate operations for 2 county programs. Under Justice Court, approve the software as a service contract with Tyler Technologies Incorporated in the amount of $559,808 for the implementation and support of a case and document management system through May 30th, 2030.
I'll second the motion.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye, the motion passes. All right, first item under action, we're going to hear from Katrina. Is John? Good morning. And John, to consider approval of orders appointing Tony Grimes, Timothy Morris to the Ambulance Service Area Committee with terms ending January 31st, 2027, And Jordan, is it Donat? Donat?
Donate.
I would for sure would have not gotten that right. With the term ending January 31st, 2028. It's like missing a hyphen or something.
Yeah, good morning. My name's Katrina Griffith. I'm the Deputy Director for Marion County Health and Human Services, and I also serve as the Ambulance Service Area Administrator.
And I'm John Kubisak with Marion County Health and Human Services, the Community Relations Coordinator, and I'm also staff support for the ASA Committee.
So just a brief overview of the Ambulance Service Area Committee. We monitor response times for our ambulance services and collaborate with each other to ensure that we have adequate coverage across Marion County through mutual aid and partnership. We're very lucky in Marion County to have 10 different ambulance service areas, I believe. We have lots of different partners providing service in this community, and there are 12 spots on our ambulance service area committee. And due to some recent retirements, we have 3 new folks that we would like to add to the committee. So Tony Grimes and Timothy Morris are both here to introduce themselves.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Tony Grimes. I am a paramedic and Director of Operations for Woodburn Ambulance.
Nice to meet you.
Might have to speak louder. My name is Tim Morris. I'm a paramedic, and I'm the EMS Division Chief for Marion County Fire District 1.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I was wondering why the chief was here.
Yeah.
She's supervising Katrina.
Both great organizations.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to share a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, just speak into the microphone. And you can move the base if you want.
Okay. I've worked in Marion County for 39 years, specifically for Woodburn Ambulance as a paramedic. I've done clinical manager work, field training officer, and probably in the last 10, 15 years, Director of Operations.
Work really closely with Sean, right?
I live under his shadow.
We're all mad at him, collectively mad at him. Yeah.
We
Okay.
are not happy.
I have a career spanning 30 years in the EMS service through several states and overseas. I've worked here in Oregon for the last 2 years. I was the general manager of Falk Northwest for the last year of its service here in Salem, and then I was blessed to be able to take over the position with Marion County.
Fabulous.
I don't have anything else. Do
Okay.
you have any questions for us, or?
I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Commissioners?
No,
Any
thank you
questions
for your
or comments?
service. Both
All
of you.
right.
Yeah, it's good to keep this organization moving forward. Good
Yes.
job. Yeah.
I'd take a motion, Commissioner Cameron.
Yeah, Madam Chair, that I will move that we approve orders appointing Tony Grimes and Timothy Morris to the Marion County Ambulance Service Area Committee with terms ending January 31st, 2027, and Jordan Dene with a term ending January 31st, 2028.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
Madam Chair, just one thing. I just want to give a lot of credit to our team here. There are a lot of members of this ASA,
Yeah.
more than in most AFAs in the state. And there's also more peace and harmony in this ASA than most ASAs in the
Now
state.
there is.
So I would say that's a credit to
wasn't always the case.
longtime leadership of many of these agencies and to our staff. So thank you.
Yeah. It's come a long way. You should feel really good about yourselves.
The chief's over there smiling.
Yeah. All right, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, the motion passes. Thank you both for being here.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
for your
Thank
service.
you. Thanks.
Nice to see you, Chief McMahon. All right, under Health and Human Services, we're going to consider approval of Amendment Number 2 to the IGA with the Oregon Health Authority. Hello, Ryan.
Hello.
Not Elisa.
No, not Elisa today, unfortunately. She's at a conference, but for the record, my name is Ryan Matthews. I'm the administrator for Marion County Health and Human Services, and I am here seeking approval of a contract with Oregon Health Authority This is amendment number 2 for our environmental health program services, and this includes licensing and inspections for restaurants, mobile food units, pools, and lodging through 2029. Now, this is a little bit different than the normal OHA contracts that I'm here to present because they tend to be incoming funds. It's funding our services. This is actually a contract for us to remit payment to OHA, and this is related to the fees that we collect for things like our the tourist facility program, public pool, restaurant inspections. The way this works, and the reason why we're adding $125,000, is that we did receive a memo from OHA in April that outlined some of the changes for the rates to this agreement that we're going to be through 2029. There were no changes in terms of the rates that we need to remit to OHA for any fees related to tourist activity or public pool, but the Foodborne Illness Prevention Program at the state, which is shorthand is FIP, the rate is increasing for the remittance factor that we need to pay to the state based on the fees that we collect. So that is adjusting from 13.42% to 15.24% of the fees collected, and the annual amount is determined to be $99,657 for Marion County. So the way the rate is determined is there's a statewide budget, there's a statewide estimate in terms of the fees across all counties that will be collected, and then they'll determine a percentage that is the remittance factor that then is paid to the state. Counties are actually in the role of collecting these fees, and then quarterly we submit payment to OHA based on the fees that we collect. And so we are here seeking approval of this agreement, and just to sort of put that into perspective, so remittance factor is the term that they use. It's a very polite way of saying it's a tax. It's incorporated into the fees that we collect.
Thank you for saying it out loud.
So if you look at your paycheck, there's just a lot of little remittance factors that are part of your payment.
They're all taxes.
Yes, they are all taxes.
It is, right? Yeah, that's just
that is correct. And so, anyway, so this is an agreement that we've had in place. That amount is up to $99,657 coming from Marion County to help support the state program, and that is an increase over the last several years. There's been minor increases, and this one was a little bit bigger of a jump than what we're used to. But anyway, that's sort of the background for this agreement.
What does the state even do in this space?
Well, they have staff. They have a program, so they have staff.
I know they have employees, but
yes.
what do they do?
They would offer guidance, monitor activity. They would help set guidelines. They
anything different than what we do, which is everything. We do everything here.
Well.
I'm just trying to figure out why we're paying the state to do a job we're already doing. Is it just so they can oversee us and make sure that we're doing a good job?
To some degree. They're obviously responsible for the whole state, so not just us specifically as a county, but yes. They have an agency that has oversight over these programs and over the rules and over the the processes that are happening across the state, and they're there to monitor that. Now, normally the way the funding works is really every funding stream, there's a portion that the state does keep,
sure.
And because they get money from the legislature, they fund their staff, and then what's left goes to all counties based on kind of a funding formula. This is a little bit backwards. This is unusual that we remit payment, up the chain, to our state agency. So that's why it's definitely an unusual aspect of it. But the value that we get from state agencies in general, it varies wildly in terms of what, and I think nobody tends to feel like the people that are above them that are doing sort of the monitoring, compliance, determining program rules and guidelines. You probably always feel like the money could be better spent at the local level doing the actual service. So.
Madam Chair, the way that I would think about this is the state primarily their job is regulation. They're regulators. We're primarily service providers. If the regulators do a really good job and make really fair rules that everybody can live under, then everyone has a wonderful experience and things work really well. That's not always the case. I don't want to put that on Ryan in this presentation with this particular issue because I have a list of other areas where the state is failing before I get to restaurant inspection, right? I'm not saying they're perfect here, but I can name the state hospital, I can name the failing school, and there's like a list of failing state institutions, OYA. I'm not sure this is, but.
I don't know that's whether they're failing or succeeding. I think the point is that it's a tax, and the restaurants have to pay it, the pool owners have to pay it, any tourism-based organization has to pay it, and that is transferred on to the members of the public. My point is about transparency and whether or not, in my opinion, this is necessary. No, because we do a good job here in Marion County as regulators and as service providers. The Environmental Services Department is robust and diligent and responsive. So I just think it's a wasted fee that I have to pay when I go sit down at the former Hamburger Flippers place over here to eat my hamburger. But I'm glad that you do it with ease, Ryan, is all.
I'm just saying I'm grateful for the restaurant inspections. Please keep doing those. Every time I go to a restaurant in Marion County, I feel good about it.
We have
It's
to do.
very important work. We all want to have healthy, well-prepared food.
Again, don't need the state to do that good job.
No, I
Just
agree.
say,
I agree.
fine. I would think a motion just so we can end this misery, but like, call them.
Madam Chair, I move that we consider approval of amendment number 2 to the intergovernmental agreement with the Oregon Health Authority to add $125,000 for a new contract total of $525,000 to cover a remittance fee increase for licensing and inspection services provided by the state for restaurants, mobile food units, pools, and lodging establishments through June 30th, 2029.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
Sure. Called me the hamburger flipper. It's good to know that over the 20-plus years that I think I wrote a lot of checks to Marion County Health Department for permits. I didn't realize that the state was collecting a tax off the top of my, there was one more tax I was paying. But thank you for the
Learn
work.
something new every day.
Thank you for the work that your people do, though, in this area. It's really important and serious work, so keeping us safe. And I will make the comment that a lot of people, when they get sick, they always think, where's the last place I ate? And they think of restaurants, and they didn't think about the counters on their own kitchen.
That's true,
and the sanitation that we need to practice at home, like we do, washing hands and sanitizing your counter and cross-contamination. And don't get me started, because we're going to talk about different colored cutting boards and all the good stuff that you use in the restaurant business. We should make sure we carry those and teach ourselves at home. So.
Once upon a time, we had home ec in schools, and I learned about those cutting boards.
Yeah. How many parts per million bleach water?
It's a capful per gallon.
Which makes it about, what, 60 parts per million?
What's the answer?
100 parts per million. I know, you got litmus paper that tests it.
We're not ready for the science exam. We did not study. We're not prepared, Commissioner.
All right.
Where's ChatGPT when
Okay.
we need him?
Yeah,
All
AI
right.
would know. Yeah.
Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye, the motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan and
Go that.
Katrina. That's funny.
Hey, you shouldn't kick someone when they're down, Ryan.
We had a big game on Saturday.
The rest of us were busy working. I didn't watch that game. All right, Austin Barnes
Go.
is going to come forward and talk about the adoption of an administrative ordinance for zone change, comprehensive plan change, administrative review, case number 25001, Jerome Lackner. Good morning, Austin.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Good.
So the first of three today,
Yep.
just going to rattle through them.
Okay.
So this is to consider the adoption of an administrative ordinance granting zone change, comprehensive plan change, and administrative review 25-001 for Jerome P. Lackner. The Marion County Hearings Officer held a duly noticed hearing on the application on May 15th, and on June 30th, 2025, issued a recommendation to approve the application. The board held a duly noticed hearing on the application on August 27th, 2025, and considered all the evidence in the record and approved the request. Ordinance and findings have been prepared, and the notice of adoption was given on September 17th, 2025. The administrative ordinance is now set for formal adoption. Staff's recommendation is to adopt the ordinance as written. Other options today would be direct staff to make changes and approve a modified ordinance or not approve the ordinance. And I will stand for any questions you may have.
Thank you, Austin. Commissioners, do you have any questions?
Nope.
All right, I'll take a motion.
So, Madam Chair, I'll move that we adopt an administrative ordinance for zone change, comprehensive plan change, administrative review, case number 25-001, Jerome Lackner.
I'll second the motion.
A motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye, the motion passes. And next, we will consider adoption of administrative ordinance for zone change, case number 25-003, Lucky June.
Jun.
Jun, LLC.
Thank you. Again, so the hearings officer held a duly noticed hearing on the application on August 7th, 2025, and on August 20th, 2025, issued a decision to approve the application. The ordinance and findings have been prepared, and the notice of adoption was given on September 17th, 2025, and the ordinance is now set for formal adoption. This is a zone change happening on Lancaster that's going from multifamily to commercial retail that will match the underlying existing commercial designation. This was a property that was split zone, so they'd like to make it all one commercial zone so they can do development on the whole parcel. They're looking at doing a mixed-use building with restaurants and apartment units above.
Great.
And so unless there is an appeal, the zoning code provides that the board does not have to hold a hearing on this request because it is for a zone change only. The comprehensive plan is not changing. And so with that, the administrative ordinance is set to adopt. Staff recommends adopting the ordinance. Other motions to consider are direct staff to make changes and approve a modified ordinance or not approve the ordinance today.
Thank you, Austin. Commissioners, do you have any questions? All right, Commissioner Willis.
Madam Chair, I move that we approve the adoption of an administrative ordinance for zone change, case number 25-003, Lucky June LLC.
I'll second the motion.
Great. I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? I'll just say for the record that this actually makes me really happy. What I have vocalized often for the last 5 years is that there's a will being forced on us by the state to densify in a residential zone or residential spaces housing in this particular area, which I'm opposed to because I think it ruins the culture of the community that's over there, which is predominantly single family across the East Salem corridor. The fact that this is on Lancaster and they're doing both commercial and residential mixed use really makes me very happy. I think it's very fitting and appropriate, the need to meet the units of housing, but also to accommodate the need for increased commercial services. I don't know what they're going to be building. It doesn't matter to me. I think we need to do more development in the commercial space on Lancaster for enhancement of livability and lifestyle for the neighborhoods over there, and I think this just adds to it. So I appreciate that you guys are navigating through this and either taking into consideration our desire to not add, layers and layers of apartments along Lancaster, or somebody came up with a good idea and brought it to you and you agreed.
Well said. It'll be a great addition for the neighborhood.
Yeah, I really like it. So thank you. Is there any further discussion? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, the motion passes. And finally, for Public Works, we're going to consider an adoption of administrative ordinance for comprehensive plan change, zone change, partition, case number 19-005, Lois Finnig, trustee of the Henry O. and Lois M. Finnig Trust.
Thank you. And yes, finally, the mouthful of words here, we're here to consider adoption of administrative ordinance granting comprehensive plan change, zone change, and partition 19-005 for Lois Finnig. The Marion County Hearings Officer held a duly noticed hearing on this application on September 8th, 2022, and on June 2nd, 2025, issued a recommendation to approve the application. The board held a duly noticed public hearing on the application on August 20th, 2025, and considered all the evidence in the record and approved the request. The ordinance and findings have been prepared, and the notice of adoption was given on September 17th, 2025. The administrative ordinance is now set for formal adoption. Staff recommends to adopt the ordinance as written. Other options would be direct staff to make changes and approve a modified ordinance or not approve the ordinance today.
Thank
I'll
you,
stand for any
Austin.
questions.
Commissioners, do you have any comments?
Just hope this one gets
This has
done.
been a long
These
time
poor
coming.
people,
Well,
yeah.
so I was just going to say, I feel like I've read this particular thing numerous times, this trust and this family specifically over the last 5 years, and my question was going to be, is this the same one, or is this like a massive farm that they're breaking down into sections?
This is the same one. So it is a farm that they're breaking down. This is breaking it into two parcels. The original application was for far more, and so that's why it was originally submitted in 2019. They modified it to larger acreages, so it'd only be 2 parcels being created, so 10-acre parcels here.
Okay. So we moved this forward. Did we move this forward before it got appealed?
Correct. You guys approved it, went up to LUBA, remanded back, and then back through the county, and now we're here again for your guys' approval.
Okay, thank you. Steve, did you want to add anything? You look like you did.
This was the last case in the backlog of cases with the hearings officer. We addressed
Okay.
several months back.
Okay.
And so future cases will move more quickly through the process.
Great. Okay, that's comforting to hear. Thank you. All right. If nothing else,
All right.
Commissioner Cameron?
Well, maybe I'll delay the motion.
Stop.
Befitting.
Madam Chair, I'll move that we adopt an administrative ordinance for comprehensive plan change, zone change, partition, case number 19-005, Louis Fenning, trustee of Henry O. and Lois M. Fenning Trust.
I'll second the motion.
I think it's Lois Fenning.
A motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye, the motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Nice to see you on the wall. All right, we are going to pause board session and open a public hearing. Yep, to consider the 2024-2025 Consolidated Annual Performance Evaluation Report for the Community Development Block Grant and Home Investment Partnership Programs. I can't read today. It's like words are coming out of my mouth.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Today we are bringing to you the 2024-2025 Consolidated Annual Performance Evaluation Report, which is a report that is required by HUD for our Community Development Block Grant and Home Investment Partnerships Program grants that we receive from the U.S. Housing and Urban Development. This report is a comprehensive overall report that documents the performance of the projects that were approved in the annual action plan for that year. For this year, there were the following projects: the Church at the Park for a facility renovation and commercial kitchen for $250,000. The Santiam Hospital, design and construct a new ambulance facility for $250,000. Chemeketa Community College housing cost assistance for low to moderate income students for $75,000. City of Mount Angel rebuild street and sidewalks for a low to moderate income neighborhood, $500,000. Silverton area community aid facility remodel for new community services center location for $250,000. CASA of Marion County, operating support for expansion of services into North Marion County, $75,100. And then the homeowner residential rehabilitation program, an amount of $158,499, and then $279,366 for administration costs of the program, which is the cap allowed under the Community Development Block Grant Program. For the Home Investment Partnerships Program, the funds were allocated to the Home Buyer Assistance Program, loan program, in the amount of $382,375. A required set aside for Community Housing Development Organization of $76,475. And then the portion from this, the home program for administration of $50,983. This report also includes the required breakdown of data of number of persons served, number of low to moderate income persons served, areas served in the county. The attached report has all of that information. And the deadline for submission of this report is September 28th. However, that is on the weekend, so the submission date for us will be this Friday, September 26th. And be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Steve. Commissioner, do you have any questions?
I feel like we've had many meetings about this, so I think I've asked I'm all questioned out.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, if there's no questions, we don't have any public comment signed up for this particular hearing. So I will take a motion to close the hearing and approve the plan.
Okay, Madam Chair, I move that we close this public hearing and approve a resolution to adopt the program year 2024-2025 Consolidated Annual Performance Evaluation Report for the Community Development Block Grant and Home Investment Partnership Program.
I'll second the motion.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? I'll just add for the record that I really appreciate the work that you do in this particular program area and the partnerships that you've created since you've been in your position. It feels like it's been a really long time, but it's only been like a year, 2 years, year and a half?
We're going on 2.5.
Okay.
Wow. Good job.
Yeah, it just feels like we moved right through it, but you do a really good job, and I appreciate when I'm out and folks are complaining about whatever, I say, have you talked to Steve? And they say, no, but I should call him. And they know who you are, which is comforting to me.
Thank you. Thank you.
So thank you for your work.
Yes.
If there's nothing else, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, the motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to reconvene the Board of Commissioners board session. And Commissioners, do you have anything for the record? Our agenda is complete.
We've got, is it groundbreaking today or a
Today we're going on
ribbon
a
cutting?
tour. Yeah, I guess a ribbon
Dawn
cutting
Poncho?
and a tour of the new Dawn Poncho facility, which I'm very excited about. Last night when I had dinner.
Is that today?
I was reminded.
Yeah, it is today.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's at like 1 o'clock or 12:30 or something. I think there's a whole lot of people that are going to be there. The Salem Chamber is hosting
Yeah, it's gonna be
the
cool.
activity. So, all right, well, if there's nothing else, we're adjourned. Have a great day, everybody.